A skyline there of lower Manhattan on a gorgeous day for baseball at Citi Field. It's the Reds and the Mets, and it's next on the show. Now from just outside the core of the Big Apple, MLB The Show has baseball from Citi Field in Flushing. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. Welcome in, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this early season matchup. I'm joined by Eric Karros and the newest member of our team, Steve Lyons, as we delve into our pitching matchup here in the opener.
Well, here's a couple of guys that are making their season debut. Now, they've just been watching these first few games, so you know they're itching to finally get out there and pitch. So we'll see what they've learned, and we'll also see which guy gets off to a good start.
All right, Steve, thanks. We'll hear from EK momentarily, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Cincinnati Reds, as their order will read like this. They'll go to work against the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Harvey, as you see his numbers there. Here comes perhaps the fastest man in baseball as Billy Hamilton strides forward to get this ball game underway. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one.
First pitch, 7-11.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. There's Brandon Phillips. He waits on deck. Look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Definitely not a guy you wanted to lose there. Now, you got something else to worry about besides your command.
Brandon Phillips will get his first shot here with the runner on following the leadoff walk.
Take it off. Let's get going.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And here, you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So, on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
Swing and a ball line hard towards short. Well, this is pulled in by the shortstop.
And if this ball's hit maybe just a little bit harder, he might have a shot at doubling a man off. But since it's hit so softly, he's only going to wind up getting 1 out.
Joey Votto will get his first shot here as you check out his numbers from 2013.
And it's been a good start to 2014. He's got to be happy with the way he's come out of the gate swinging the bat.
in the dirt here. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
That run is gonna go.
Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Under it is Kadire. 2 away.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Marlon Byrd.
So we're runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And standing in now is Marlon Byrd. Now the first pitch. And there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, he had to wait a couple of batters before getting his chance to run. But he made it pay off here as he's into scoring position now with 2 away here in the first.
Late on the fastball there as this one skied out towards straightaway right. Lee is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for Cincinnati, and now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Now here's the starting lineup for the Mets as put forward by manager Terry Collins. Tony Cingrani will be on the mound to face them. He's a guy that's got pretty good command of his pitches, but he's got to make sure he doesn't fall in love with the fastball because guys in the past have had a tendency to sit on it and have success against him. And defensively, you see the Reds line up like this behind him. Leadoff hitter is set as we begin the bottom of the first.
Leading off for the Mets, first baseman, number 30.
Good setup, and the circle change hits the spot. 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1. Here it comes. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Yeah, and that's a good job here to get off the mound quickly, pounce on it, and then make a good, strong throw.
David Lee will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. Once this gets down the line, he's thinking 2 right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
Michael Lee will get his first shot at it here. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. In time to first, and there are two away.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with two away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
Number 3 steps in now. Lays off 1-0.
And this is maybe not a pitch around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this in two away.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
And with two outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Don't let them score on a wild pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, looked like he guessed right on 2 and 1. That was a good time to swing for the fences.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And now here's a swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Mets leave one. After one, no score. Devin Mesoraco will stand in now. He drove in 2 of their 3 runs in that ballgame yesterday. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
Jason Bourgeois digs in at the plate. And that misses low and away, ball 1. Pitch by Harvey is hit right back past him on the mound, and this is going to continue into center field for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Zach Cozart will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away. Now the fastball here is swung on and grounded foul. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
And in a scoreless ball game, a lot of times it's a manufactured run that gets your guys on the board first. And they'll have an opportunity to do so now as he's in scoring position on the stolen base.
It's in the palm of your hand.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
You know, when you're facing a guy that throws his fastball in the high 90s, you know you're going to have to cheat a little bit. You've got to get things started a little bit earlier than normal. And what happens then, guy throws you something off speed, you're way more susceptible to chasing balls out of the zone, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Gordon Beckham will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here, no sense in giving this guy anything to hit if you can pitch to the pitcher instead.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And with his stuff, guys will chase the slider. They'll chase the curveball, but they're not going to chase that fastball. He's got to put that thing a little closer to the zone.
Three and 0 now. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
That's a good job right there with 2 away, because if nothing else, you get your pitcher to the plate here in this inning so you don't force him to lead off your next inning offensively.
Tony Cingrani will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Comes with a fastball as this is lifted the other way out to left center. Waiting on it is Kadair, and he will make the catch to end the inning. Reds strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Gary Cox will dig in here, and they'll likely pitch carefully to him as he's coming off that 2-home run contest just 24 hours ago. And he lays off there, 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
Now here's a swing and a ground ball back up the box. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
And as a pitcher, you always have to remember that once you let go of the pitch, you've got to become an infielder. Here's a guy that fields his position well, so he's in great position to spear this thing and then get the easy out at first.
Daniel Murphy will be the batter. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
1 strike.
And this is on the ground to third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Michael Kadire will stand in now, trying to duplicate his performance from yesterday when he finished 4 for 5 at the plate.
Here we go.
First pitch coming.
Here we go.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Down New York. Here we go.
Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Bird will wait for this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Billy Hamilton will get a second shot now. He worked out a walk to open the ball game.
Billy Hamilton.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Big slow breaking ball that drops in for a strike to start him out. It's 0-1.
That's a major league curveball there. Those take a while to get used to, believe me.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and a bouncing ball to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Yeah, just a little chopper right here, but with this guy's speed, there's nothing routine about this play. And he's able to get rid of it quickly to get his man.
So 1 away now for Brandon Phillips. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
Play open your eyes for that pitch.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
The 1-2. That's hit sharply past the mound and on into center field for a one-out single.
A good job there making a two-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
So a runner at first with one out now. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. And a high strike there, 0-1. Maybe a spot to pitch out on 0-1?
Well, I think he wants to go, no doubt. Might not be too bad an idea.
On the move is Phillips. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it's not in time. A stolen base for Phillips.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
Here's the 1-1 now to Votto. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. On to first, and Votto's gone for out number 2.
Well, this is a pretty high degree of difficulty right here. It helps when you've got a strong arm to make this play. You see him do almost a pop-up slide as he fields this thing, and then from then on out, it is all arm, folks. Boy, that's very well done.
Marlon Byrd will try it again. He flew out his first time. Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. Number 30 has got it, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Travis d'Arnaud will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Another change. This one's low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Matt Harvey will dig in and take his first cuts of the new campaign. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the 3rd.
Number 30 will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch coming. And a ball, 1-0.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
Come on, Matt.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score.
Here we go.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Let's go, New York.
Here it is, the 3-0. And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, and that's going to break a string of 7 in a row that he retired. They finally get themselves another base runner here with 2 away.
David Lee will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back. A runner on first with 2 away. And again a throw. And he'll dive back in safely. And this is foul tipped at the plate right off the arm of the catcher behind the plate. Ouch. Got him. Couldn't connect on the slurve that time, and that'll end it. Mets strand 1. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Devin Mesoraco will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Devin Mesoraco.
And he gets ahead 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Oh, we got a 1, 2, 3 here.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Go, Matt.
And he gets under the 2-2 a bit as this is sent in the air out to straightaway central. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Jason Bourgeois will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Let's go, Matt. All right, Matt.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. Here's the 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
All right, Matt.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Now the pitch. Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for d'Arnaud. Able to put it away as d'Arnaud, and that's out number 2.
I think another look here will show that this should have been ball 4. And those are the little things that start to pile up if you're not careful. And you've got to have a better understanding of the strike zone there.
Zach Cozart will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
These have both been easy takes so far. Neither one of these pitches really approaching the strike zone.
Harvey now on 2-0. And this is fouled back and out of play. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. And this will be swung on and bounced on the ground to second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Gordon Beckham will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw not in time as he steals second.
We've already seen the ball's not really traveling all that well here tonight, so both these managers might start thinking, we got to shake it up a little here offensively. So they turn him loose here, and he's into scoring position with the stolen base.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. For Cozart, stolen base number 1 here in the early going. 2 out here and a runner at second. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
And he's saying, give me a break. I mean, that pitch is right there. And I tell you, though, complaining like that is only going to squeeze that strike zone a little more.
Tony Cingrani will get a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. In there at the letters 0-1.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Strike 2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Reds strand a couple. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Michael Lee will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th.
Right fielder, Michael Lee.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
And he misses here with a slurve, even at 1-1.
And that pitch is just a little bit easier to lay off when you're opposite-handed up there, because you can see the sweep of that pitch coming all the way in.
Fastball called strike, 1-2. Now a bouncing ball for the shortstop, Cozart. And a rather easy first out.
Now batting, number 3.
Number 3 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Let's go, man.
First pitch coming. First pitch is a circle change for a called strike 1. That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
Yeah, he has been patient up there, but now he's backed himself into a corner.
And he lays off the slurve, 1-2 now. And this is in the dirt as it swung on and missed, but this should be a pretty straightforward play to first. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Gary Cox will stand in. He grounded out his first time. In there, no balls and a strike. Fouled back. Got him. Couldn't connect on the slurve that time, and that'll end it. Down in order go the Mets. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. Billy Hamilton will lead it off here for the Reds, followed by Brandon Phillips waiting his turn on deck.
Billy Hamilton.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Three-two pitch. Now a big swing, and this is a major league pop-up. Way up there toward the center of the diamond. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
So the base is empty here with one away. And stepping in, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Slider, but that's low as it's dug out by the catcher there. One out, nobody on. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. Darno looks up and reins it in for out number 2.
He gets another easy pop-up there, and this is just turning into a walk in the park. It's been a pretty stress-free outing for him so far.
Joey Votto will stand in now. He, of course, the starting first baseman on last season's National League All-Star squad. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Jammed him a little here as this is hit softly to the left side. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. Luckily, however, the first baseman will get his mitt on it, so there is no advance on the play.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw. Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but you see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
Marlon Byrd will get a shot here in the inning after all, as that two-out error could really turn out to have some major consequences.
Yeah, anytime you give this guy an at-bat, especially with a runner on base that he otherwise wouldn't have had, you're asking for trouble.
Votto, the runner at first, the pitch. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one.
He knows he should be out of the inning already, but he's got to pick up his defender behind him and get out of this.
2 out with the man at first. There goes the runner. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. None left for Cincinnati. Halfway home, still no score. Daniel Murphy will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
And here's the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the inning. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
And this one will be out of play off to the left. The 1-1 on its way to Murphy. Here's a swing, and he saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Michael Kadire will stand in now, an all-star starter for the National League as their DH last year. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball one.
You can do it.
Here we go.
Ball two to Kadire. 2 balls and no strikes.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
The 3-1 pitch. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Travis d'Arnaud will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And a fastball's in there for strike one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at two. To second for one, but one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch, and that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what, thank you very much.
Matt Harvey will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
One strike.
And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
And that's the pitch that they've had trouble with all night long. They just have not been able to stay back on it.
Come on, New York. Here we go.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now another 0-2. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Hit hard to the right. Foul. And a pretty feeble effort that time as this is tapped in front of the mound. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Mets leave one. Sixth inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Marlon Byrd will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Left fielder, Marlon Byrd.
First offering on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And here's a fastball called for strike two.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Two strikes now from Harvey. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider, difficult to lay off, but he did it.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Lined hard to center field. Cox is there, and he has it for the first out.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he had troubles back in the 4th, but other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
Devin Mesoraco will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Now he's going to get a visit from his catcher just to make sure he's all right. But this might actually be more of a stall tactic here. I mean, his pitch count, it's starting to get up there. So this might just be to buy a little time for that bullpen.
Nope. 3-0. Jason Bourgeois waits on deck. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
You take a look there at the line from our starter. I mean, basically, he's allowed 3 singles so far, and that's it. They haven't been able to mount any real opposition against him so far.
Jason Bourgeois will stand in. He's singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. Line to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And Kadyr's going to have to play it off the wall. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Well, this is one of the few mistakes he's made all game long. Not too many guys have made solid contact so far, but he squared that one up pretty well.
Zach Cozart will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. For Bourgeois, he picks up his first 2-base hit of the new season. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Well, they're taking the smart approach right here. With that base open, you don't need to put them on intentionally, but you also don't need to groove anything.
Short lead from second. Now the pitch. Think he would have liked the green light there. It's 2-1.
Come on, man.
Here's a fly ball now lifted in the air out to right. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
First baseman, number 30.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And this is going to be a foul ball. This one for Cozart at short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, David Lee.
David Lee will dig in. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. Bases are empty, one man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location, in and out, up and down, and that was perfect right there.
Full count now, 3-2. And the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
We're about to the point of the game where you can tell he's starting to tire a bit out there, no doubt about it. You look at the numbers on your screen, 3 walks allowed now. They'll have to start to consider a change here pretty soon.
Michael Lee will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Now here's the first pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. Bourgeois is out near the wall as he pulls it in for the 2nd out.
Yeah, just a little bit late here on the fastball, and this thing's almost by him when he makes contact. Still, he gets pretty good wood on the ball, but not enough to trouble the right fielder.
Number 3 will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point. Here's the first offering. Just got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. Around third and being waved on home.
Well, he'd been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him a run as this will wind up being an RBI double.
Gary Cox will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
number 28, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. He'll depart after 5 2/3 as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ball game. Jumbo Diaz will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Jumbo Diaz.
Daniel Murphy will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. In there, strike 1. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
You don't want guys to get too comfortable up there, so that's a good idea to run something in tight.
Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. And he's fallen behind now. 3-1. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
And that one is a cold strike as he's rebounded to run it full now. 3-2.
And that's almost a carbon copy of that last fastball, and he buried both of those pitches right on the inside corner.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Michael Kadire will get a chance here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame thus far. Bases loaded now with 2 away. And this is on the ground, but foul past Votto at first. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count. Because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
Here comes the 1-1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run. But you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
That's really a no-win situation out there on the mound. You can't lay one in there because a guy like this could hit the ball into the parking lot, but you definitely don't want to give him a free run. And now he's got to turn right around and deal with another bases-loaded situation here.
Travis d'Arnaud will stand in. The 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. First pitch on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And I'm not generally in favor of pitching changes in the middle of an at-bat, but with the bases loaded, you got to get someone in there that can throw a strike.
Fouled straight back. 2 out, bases loaded. 1-1 home. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. Votto is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Gordon Beckham will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
They've already walked him twice already, so I wouldn't be surprised if they worked around him again.
Here's the easy strikeout.
Another fastball. This one he gets by him. It's 1-1.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
And the 1-1 is in the air now out to center. And the 7th inning starts with a fly out here, 1 away.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Brian Pena will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 29, Brian Pena.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch on the way. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And they're going to call this a home run. And now hold everything here. We're going to have a conference down that first base line, as there may be some discussion as to whether or not this was really a fair ball. And you can see the umpires pointing down the right field line. We may have a situation here where they'll need to go and review whether or not this was really a home run. And that's precisely what's going to happen, as we'll give you a look on our monitors here. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. Now the 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. You can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Billy Hamilton will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And he drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
One strike offering now to Hamilton. Right back to the curveball and drops it in there for strike 2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And costly as the runner will move into scoring position now.
That's got to be a wild pitch all the way. You'll see he's got an outside target, and where is this pitch? Nowhere close. It's on the other side of the plate. Just no chance for the catcher on that one.
Hit runs on.
Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Cox is there, 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The second baseman, number 4, Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips will step in as the possible tying run, but just a single here could make this a 1-run game. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Now a slider in the dirt. Good block by the catcher there.
And with 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything here the rest of the at-bat.
Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. 3-0 now.
Now you've got the big thunder coming next, so you do not want to lose this guy.
2 out here and a runner at second. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Well, remember, you don't have to throw him a strike with first base open, but a walk would bring the go-ahead run to the plate.
And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
Wow, that's the second walk of the inning here, and really, that's just an invitation to get right back into the ballgame. You don't want to give a team like this any kind of opening. That lead could shrink in a hurry.
And now here comes Mets skipper Terry Collins out to home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Vic Black will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Jason Hayward will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Joey Votto will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Now the first pitch.
Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike one. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
And this will be fouled away. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And here's where the Reds need that one key hit that's been avoiding them.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a good idea, 1 and 2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
And a breaking ball's bounced out towards second. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple. They trail things here 2-0. J.J. Hoover will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
J.J. Hoover.
Jason Hayward will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ballgame, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Two and one now. And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping a hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time. He winds up losing him.
Number 30 will stand in now following the leadoff walk. And might we see a bunt attempt here in the 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-handed up and throwing. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike.
Off and running is Hayward. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Cozart with the tag, and he is out at second base.
You know, with just the slim lead that they have right now, this is still anybody's game. So you hate to give away base runners in situations like this. Now, if it's your elite base stealer, go ahead, let him fly. But right here, this is a tough out for me to give away.
Here comes the 1-2. Now just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a ball lined to the left side. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Here's another 2-2. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
That's out to the gap in right center. It's down for at least a base hit. With his speed, perhaps more. Throw into second. And he will beat the throw into second as he slides in safely with a one-out double.
And now you can't help but think back to that tag out from just a minute ago. If he just stays where he is, he very likely scores on this ball. Instead, this one's going to wind up only being a one-out double.
Burke Badenhop will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Burke Badenhop.
David Lee will be his first assignment out of the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and one away. That's hard hit back up the middle. And that's off his leg on the mound. And they wind up getting the out at first, although the other runner does move up 90 feet to third. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern, but from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Michael Lee will dig in with a very important insurance run 90 feet away at third.
Here we go.
Oh, he gets into one here and hits it high and deep to center field. The center fielder will give it a look, but this ball is gone. A home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Number 3 will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
Knock it out of here. All right, guys, make it happen.
Now the first pitch. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to first. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. But the Mets do strike for two, both coming on this two-run home run. We'll march on to the eighth. It's now 4-0 New York. Marlon Byrd will get us going now in the top half of the eighth.
Leading off for Cincinnati, left fielder, Marlon Byrd.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Two and 0 now. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. And the eighth inning begins with a flyout, quickly one away.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Devin Mesoraco will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. And this is going to be a foul ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Ball four.
Well, he's going to find that hitters in the big leagues are much more patient than they were down at AAA. A strikeout in the minors turns into a walk at this level.
Jason Bourgeois will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. The 1-0 home. And, looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Well, these guys sure have been doing a lot of moaning and groaning tonight. He did not like that call at all.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swing and he pops him up. Behind the bag at second. Lee takes charge out there and he stays with it for the second out.
And you know, you're going to see this a lot with a guy who has a great fastball like he does. This one's on the inner half of the plate, and it's so easy for that bat to just sort of drag through the zone. It's hard to catch up with that thing. And you see right here, he's going to make contact right below the label, and this is just going to turn into an easy, soft liner.
Zach Cozart is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
Easy batter, 3 swingers.
Play. 1-0 pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Outside, 3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taking 2.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece.
Our house, baby.
Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Reds leave 1. They trail here 4-0. And now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Manny Parra will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Suarez is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Gary Cox will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Leading off for the Mets, center fielder, Gary Cox.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
2 ball, 1 strike.
And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Let's go, Gary!
Way outside, 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Hot dog!
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though.
And think about it, in game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Now a fastball driven the other way out to deep left field. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Around second now, heading for third. And he is into third base here with a leadoff triple. Daniel Murphy will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Well, that's as good as a strikeout there. If this ball gets by him, it's an easy run, but he's in a good fielding position here, and he'll make the play and hold that runner at third base.
David Wright will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 5, David Wright.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
And here's a swing and a ball lifted in the air into fairly deep center field. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, so it's now a 5-0 game.
Even after the leadoff triple, it was no gimme that they were going to get him home, especially after the next guy makes it out. But here, this is a good job of finding a pitch that he can elevate, and he does so to drive in that run.
Travis d'Arnaud will go bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Now, after that sac fly, this is where you got to just clear the deck and start this inning over.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
Hard hit towards center. And that'll get down out there.
Wow, a 2-0 count. And this is a room service fastball. Look where this thing is. Right down the middle. I mean, he can't help but jump all over that.
Your attention, please.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Marshall.
Jason Hayward will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Fouled straight back. A runner on first with 2 away. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
2-1. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy, get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
You know, sometimes when you come into the game, the mound on the field is a little bit different than the one out there in the bullpen. I don't know if that affected him here at all. Maybe I'm just making excuses for him, but he hasn't been in the game for all that long, and he's already uncorked a wild pitch.
Swing and a miss as he went after the slider there, and that'll run the count full.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Long run, but he gets there to track this one down, and a very nicely recorded out number 3. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Reds nothing. Taillon will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the 9th.
Number 61.
Gordon Beckham will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
And the first pitch here is pulled on the ground to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Suarez will take his first cuts of the ball game here.
Water here.
Lined into left center. And this will get over his outstretched glove. A great effort there, but it's a base hit. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Suarez has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Billy Hamilton will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Let's get through, yeah.
On the ground to short. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
Brandon Phillips is the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th.
Let's get you out here.
Now here's the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Lined foul right over the Mets dugout. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And now the crowd, estimated at over 29,000, come to their feet. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I thought he was going to get rung up on that one.
I would agree. If that missed, it didn't miss by much.
2 out with the man at first. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Around third and being waved on home. And that'll put him on the board as it's now a 5-1 ball game.
Well, you know what? It's not too late to make a game of this after all. They're going to get a run back here on the RBI double, and even though there's not a lot of outs left, at least they're going to make these guys sweat a little.
Joey Votto will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, it's pretty obvious to me right here. First base is open following that double. I don't think they have any intention of giving him anything in the strike zone.
Strike this guy out.
Swinging on 2-0, and it's chopped foul at the plate. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
And this is swung on and missed, though the ball did hit the ground, so he'll need to go to first. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
And that turns out to be a great start to this series for these guys as they take game 1 here in front of the home crowd.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he needed just a little help to get out of that 7th inning, but all in all, that's 6 2/3 very strong innings for him on the mound.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Mets come out on top, 5-1. Good night from Flushing.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Reds, the winning pitcher is Matt Harvey. His record is now 1-0. Loss goes to Tony Cindrani. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.